Red Sox baseball on NESN brought to you by Subaru of New England. Love is what makes Subaru Subaru. And by Plymouth Rock, auto and home insurance for Boston sports fans. Get set for the first pitch in the finale of the series here inside Tropicana Field. Dave, Lou, and Jemai with you. Time for a look at the Red Sox lineup brought to you by Plymouth Rock. Jaron Duran will lead it off, then Cedar Rafaela and Wilyer Abreu, then Contreras, who is at 288 with 13 home runs. Durbin, 300 his last 11 games. No Marcelo Meyer. He woke up with a tight back this morning.
Take a look at the Rays starting pitcher presented by WB Mason, a 30-year-old righty. Drew Rasmussen, he's a good one. Look at the year, 12 starts, making his 13th here today. 5-2 ERA, just at 3. Comes at you with some fastballs. The cutter's going to be at 90. The four-seamer and the sinker at 96. Has a little changeup he'll show with a curveball and a sweeper. As for the Rays defense, Junior Camanero's back at third base with Walls and Williamson up the middle. Jonathan Aranda back in there at first. The outfield left to right is Valade, Mullins, and Slater with Nick Fortes back behind the plate.
Checking on your umpires for today's game presented by M&T Bank. Jim Wolpine home plate. Bacon at first, Porter at second. Ortiz will make the calls at third. We're available. The telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. Red Sox facing a tough customer today in Drew Rasmussen. He's 5-2, an ERA of 3. Last start he struck out 9 against Miami over 7.
Best start of the year, only 1 hit, scoreless against Miami, and he is a good one. Really tough on righties. They're hitting 129. That is the lowest in all of baseball. Hopefully these lefties can challenge him a little bit.
Well, it starts with Jaron Duran at 209 with 10 home runs. And Rasmussen's first one is through there for strike 1 as we get underway. Well, for Duran, making contact has often been an issue. He's punched out 77 times. That is far and away #1 on the team. That has him 17th in Major League Baseball.
In June, too. Offense sputtering, and he usually goes the way he goes. 4 for 29. He's got 11 strikeouts. Got a big RBI hit yesterday. You need him going.
He'll launch that one down the left field line, but foul. Cedar Rafaela on deck. Red Sox have dropped 3 in a row, 4 of their last 5, and sit a season low 11 under 500. Coming into play today at 37, 27, and 38. And to count 2-2 on Duran. Chad, like everybody else, looking for some offense. Red Sox 17-21 under the interim manager. And a wave and a miss, and Duran starts the day with a strikeout. We take a look at our high performance player presented by GMC. Talk about lowest whip among American League starters this season. Schlittler #1, and this guy Rasmussen in a key stat #2.
Yeah, you know, against righties, it's pretty much rides this sinker, cutter, four-seam fastball. Lefty's really more of a 5-pitch mix, but again, righty's only hitting 129 off him because of that combination. That cutter at 91, fastball 96.
He likes to work pretty quickly too. Cedar hitting 281, and he is quickly in a hole 0-2. Rasmussen, when he's been healthy, has the ability to really dominate. He has had some serious health issues. 0-2, elevated and struck him out. Back-to-back Ks to start his day.
Well, Rasmussen more of a strikeout pitcher. Not so much as Martinez last night, who doesn't really get a lot of swing and miss. Last night they were very aggressive early in counts, like they didn't want to get 2 strikes. More passive against Rasmussen, who's going to continue to get ahead if that's the case.
Abreu climbs in at 277 with 7 home runs. Wilyer took off after a foul ball in the right field corner last night that did not look remotely catchable at the crack of the bat. He did not make the catch, but he came close to really injuring himself. You can't go more hard after a ball than he did. Right there.
Just the way he plays.
Got up in the netting down there, banged into the wall. Okay today, continues to play every day. He's down 0-2. Contreras on deck. And he is all business today. Rasmussen strikes out the side to begin the game. Red Sox go 1, 2, 3. Today's lineup presented by Xfinity, and a red hot Yandy Diaz will lead it off. But the guy who's really hurt the Red Sox more than anybody has been Ryan Belade with a 6-game hitting streak, batting .309. They hit him 5th. And Jake Bennett, the left-hander, about to uncork his first one today. And it's going to be strike one on Diaz.
25-year-old lefty Jake Bennett is making his 3rd start up here in the big leagues. Faced the Rays earlier in the year. 4 walks, only 4 strikeouts.
Diaz hits it high to center, not deep. Outgoing Monasterio called off by Cedon Rafaela for the catch, and one gone.
As for his arsenal, you see he's going to come with that sinker and 4-seamer combination, sitting around that 91, 93 range. Changeup's a really good pitch. The curveball's the one to keep an eye on. He's been throwing it a lot more down in AAA. We'll see if that usage pops up. It's a pitch he has been working on.
Just recalled from the Woo Sox prior to the game. One away for Austin Slater. 2 major league starts in May for Bennett. As Lou mentioned, he had a win over Houston and then took an 8-4 loss to these guys, to Tampa Bay. Gave up 6 hits, 4 earned in 5 1/3. And the count 0-2.
Good sinker. Seeing 94 from him right now. He's one of those guys. When we got traded for Luis Perales in the offseason from Washington, elite extension, big body, elite extension is what this organization looks for. 7 feet 2 inches, 95th percentile. So that fastball plays up.
2-strike pitch. That was an unsure swing to strike him out. 2 fast outs for Tampa Bay.
Defensively for the Red Sox, presented by Car Shield, Caleb Durbin will be back at 3rd base with IKF and Monasterio up the middle. Contreras at first. The outfield left to right. Duran, Rafaela, Abreu with Mickey Gasper back behind the plate.
And Junior Caminero in the box. 277, 14 home runs. Has not hurt the Red Sox with a long ball in this series. Not that he hasn't tried. Last 21 games he's hitting .338, and he has more walks than strikeouts over that period. 1-0.
Every swing.
Yeah.
Just hacking. 79.9 bat speed. That is #1 in baseball. Therefore, when he hits it hard.
He's hit 14 home runs. 5 of them have come on pitches outside the strike zone. That's the most in Major League Baseball. So he's got a little bit of Vladdy Sr. in him. 2-1. In attack mode again. He's only 93, but out of the strike zone, and 2-2.
Like I said, it also plays up a little bit, right? And they've already got to look at it once. This was the part of the order that didn't beat him. Again, it was that middle of the bottom third that beat him that first time back at Fenway.
Our ground ball almost got his third base coach foul. I'm so glad these guys are wearing helmets the last decade or so. Oof.
Yep, get out of the way. And it's hooking too, so you don't know where to run.
Right. Swing and a foul tip to the mitt to strike him out. Came back with the off-speed pitch and got him. 1-2-3 they go. Just getting the second inning underway, and the first pitch to Contreras will be inside a ball as we welcome into Surfside second inning. Contreras, Gasper, Yoshida against Drew Rasmussen, who struck out the side in the first. Wilson 288, 13 home runs. Did not reach last night So that ended his 19-game on base streak, third longest of his career. And a 2-0.
I want to go back to that last pitch to Caminero to end it, because we were talking about this breaking ball, right? This new breaking ball. This was listed as a sweeper, but not much horizontal measured on it. This is that little curveball he's been working on, and it's a really good one, 82.
2-2 on Wilson. Red Sox have gotten Caminero a couple of times on breaking balls. Down and in on him. These come up empty on. Rasmussen, meanwhile, trying to start his game today with 4 straight punch-outs, and that's exactly what he'll do. Oh, he is roaring out of the gate. He fans Contreras and 1 away.
Not much wasting many pitches either. His fastball above the zone. I mean, it's 4 strikeouts. He's thrown 16 pitches. Not a lot of waste.
Mickey Gasper can usually rely on Mickey to make contact. 284. The batting average has taken a hit. No home runs, although he thought he had at least 1 yesterday. He'll make contact, but a backhanded play by Walls as he snatches that out of the air, and there are 2 out. First man to at least put it in play, and Yoshida next.
We were talking about last night. The walks really haven't been there at all. Last hitter was Mickey Gasper. It was the first 3-ball count the Red Sox got in. And these Rays are known for just throwing strikes, right? Strike one, most important pitch of the game. They'll continue to challenge you. It's up to you to scare them out of the zone. In other words, that first pitch fastball, if that thing is launched 397 feet for a home run, guess what the next pitch is? Go to the corner. Next thing you know, it's ball 1. You got to threaten them to get him out of the zone. If not, why would you walk anymore? That's why Wilson leads the team in walks. Got 13 homers. Got to be careful there.
The only Red Sox batter to draw a walk in the first 2 games was Caleb Durbin. Here at the Trop, Masataka with a cut and a miss. He's down to 236 with 1 home run. Check out today's home run odds presented by FanDuel. Durbin is on deck. No score in the second. Rasmussen's 1-2. Bounced it up there, ricocheting off the mid of Fortes. Rasmussen, after going 11-7 with a 2.84 ERA in 2022, started to break down the next year and wound up with several arm injuries. 2-2 pitch, swing and a drive out to right field, but Slater backs up a bit to make the catch. And the Red Sox go 1-2-3 again.
Welcome back. Bottom second, still scoreless. Jake Bennett, the third lefty starter. The Sox have rolled out versus Tampa Bay, and the Rays lineup has their big 3 hitters in Diaz, Caminero, and Aranda. But this lineup 1 through 9 has done some work in this series. And guys, I was talking with pitching coach Andrew Bailey about this and asked him, how can you neutralize these bats again? He mentioned the big 3 bats, but says the rest of the lineup is made up of quality big leaguers too. They put the ball in play, they limit the strikeouts, they have speed on the base paths. He said, so we have to make our pitches because they will expand in spite of the limited swing and miss and make some weak contact. So he says we can't control where the balls in play go. We just have to make the plays behind him, which they have done defensively a lot in this series.
Okay, Jemai, thank you. This guy's been a problem, though, Ryan Belade, and not a guy that you necessarily circled when this series began, but he's been a pain in the neck. He's gone 4 for 6. He also has a 6-game hitting streak. And decent speed, too, when he gets on the bases. He'll chop that to short. Kind of Falefa there today. And again, Marcelo Meyer, who the last couple of days has started to hit the ball with some authority. Woke up this morning with kind of a tender back. And so unavailable to start today.
Yeah, and it hurts, too, because he was just starting to swing it. That toe tap starting to feel pretty good. More importantly, you know, we mentioned Rasmussen, 129 batting average versus righties, #1 in baseball. Monasterio gets thrown in there, obviously a righty. It would have been a good matchup for Marcelo, right? Fastballs, you wouldn't have seen a changeup or a slow breaking ball.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Started to hit the ball hard, really, for the first time since we have seen him at the big league level on a consistent basis the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Now, one of those obviously a home run, but even the outs, a couple of those outs were hit on the button. 106, 107 miles an hour. One to Aranda. He'll check. They appeal and no swing.
Getting back to Valet too. Like, this is a guy that's pretty much been waived, been let go by a lot of teams. They picked him up this offseason from the Reds. He's hitting fourth. He's hitting 300. Swinging. Like it's just
they do that
remarkable.
all the time.
They really, really do. It's just.
Yeah, they get players who look like they're on their last legs in another organization. They come here and they ask them, just keep doing what it is you do well. We're not going to ask you to do more than that. It's going to be dropped in there for strike 3. Caught Aranda. That's 3 strikeouts already for Bennett and 2 gone in the second.
Bennett throwing the ball well here with this 4-seam fastball. That's just located. All right, located top rail at 93. This was something that Glad totally talked about it after that game. He said, my fastball command, I couldn't put it where I want. Everything was kind of knee high. He needs to play up there and get that swing and miss.
Second baseman Williamson cracks that one right to Contreras. He knocks it down, takes care of it by himself. Fast inning for Bennett. Red Sox are giving their first base runner as we go to the third inning. A 0-0 game at Tampa Bay. Dave O'Brien, Lou Merloni, and Jemai Webster as Caleb Durbin gets in. Now, my son Mike is getting married on Saturday.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. This will be our 3rd child to be married, so they're finally all out of the house. No, he's been out of the house for a long time. There's a shot into right field and down for a base hit. So the Red Sox finally get a man aboard. And it's Durbin out of that 7th spot, actually swinging a pretty good bat as of late. Had their recent 8-game hitting streak. You and Jonathan Papelbon and Will Middlebrooks in what we are calling Sox in the Box.
Yep.
Will have the games on Friday and Saturday. You are going to be performing, from what I've told, the play-by-play part of the show.
Well, loosely. I like to say quarterbacking.
Quarterbacking.
Yeah.
Bunt attempt, drop down, foul by Connor Faluffa.
Because someone's got to keep an eye on Pap.
Yeah.
Right. Tell Middlebrooks to take care of that.
You two guys.
It'll be fun. We're going to do that Friday and Saturday night. Just the 3 of us in the booth and calling a game. Good baseball talk.
Sox in the Box is why, because you guys all played for the Red Sox.
Yeah.
And you're all in the
box.
In the box, so to speak. Certainly in the booth.
That'll be fun.
Little jam job at third. Caminero slings into second, back on to first, and they're able to turn that. Got the out there at second base, and safe at first is Connor Faluffa.
Nice play by Junior to get the lead guy. A lot of their basemen will just give up on that. Maybe go to first base to get the out, but kind of got an easy hop to do it. Right, little candy hop, so just a catch and release. Got a strong arm. But IKF beats out this double play.
So he becomes the runner at first, and Monasterio will climb in next. And then Jaron Duran, no score in the 3rd. Red Sox finally have a base runner on the hit by Durbin, and now diving back Connor Faluffa. And now on Sunday, you move back into the strict analyst role.
Yeah.
For the NBC broadcast.
It'll be fun.
From Fenway Park.
Yep. Jason Benetti,
who was terrific. One of the great guys in our business. A swing and a miss by Monasterio.
Yeah, it's good. Mike Bassick, who does color for the Rangers, will be in there as well. So that's what NBC sometimes, you know, the color from different teams. Sometimes you listen to a national game and you feel like, oh, you got a couple guys that at least know the teams.
Yeah.
I feel like more comfortable.
I love it. I love the idea. Runner takes off, the pitch inside, and it's fumbled by Cortez. So Connor Faluffa will be safely into second base. That is a stolen base for him.
Yeah, and this is what you got to do. You know, when you get a guy like Rasmussen, he's just a tough guy to string hits across. So you got to take some chances. And That's what this is. IKF with his 5th bag of the year. But, you know, Fortes unable to hold on to this. Now you got a guy in scoring position.
He's taken off again. Here's the throw down to third. The tag is going to get him. He is cut down to third. Red Sox trying to get a little bit aggressive there. Yeah, he was a pretty easy out at third base.
Yeah, he got the hop, but this was, even with the momentum in the hop, Rasmussen pretty quick to the plate. Fortes to throw right in the money, had him rather easily. So you go from being aggressive, try to put the pressure on, to a little over aggressive here. Now base is clear
with 2 down.
I think I would have just stayed at second base and just looked for a little knock right off a guy.
Yeah. You're in scoring position. 2-2. And in there for strike 3. Caught him looking. Another strikeout for Rasmussen. Give him 5. Well, they're moving along very quickly here, and a foul tip here by Fortes. There's still 15 seconds on the clock when Bennett unleashed that pitch. That happened yesterday as well. And the 0-1 to Fortes will be upstairs a ball. They're not supposed to be allowed to do that. 0-0 here in the last half of the third. Fortes, Mullins, and Walls. So that's 7, 8, 9 for Bennett, who has struck out 3 in the first 2 innings. Swinging a high, deep drive into left center field, carrying back. Duran on the run all the way to the wall, and that's going to be on the top of the wall. And it kicks back to Rafaela and into second base Fortes, who narrowly missed a home run, but has their first hit of the day, a 2-base hit.
This one here, you talk about narrowly. Yeah, they got that yellow line above the padding. It hits the top of that padding. Really no man's land out there. Durant, once Rafaela gets it, he realizes he's not going to go for a triple. Just gets it in. 93, look at a little sinker outer half.
So it brings up Mullins, a very good bunter. 187 with 5 home runs. Drops it down to third. He pushed it to Durbin. He'll get the out at first, and into third goes Fortes on the sacrifice bunt. So 1 gone.
That was the right thing. You want to force the third baseman to make this play. You bunt this ball first, or the pitcher, now all of a sudden third baseman can get back, and maybe there's a play there. But if you force Durbin to play this ball, there's no way you're going to get the job done. Guy's going to move to third. Now you got to watch out for another bunt here from Walls.
Hitting just 203. Throw back to third. The snap tag, but not in time to get Fortes.
See that little jab step from Durbin. It's almost like that play was on. He jab steps, and the minute this ball crosses the plate, he's already breaking back to third base. A lot of bodies in the way.
Infield leaning in here for the Sox, and there's your bunt, but fouled away. So trying to drop it down and bring this run in, but foul to make it 1-1. Walls just 5 for his last 37. Cash and company utilized the bunt as much as anybody. Yandy Diaz on deck. 1 man out. No score in the third.
That one there looked more like a real squeeze. Fortes doesn't run well. He was taken off on that pitch.
It was. Yep. 1-1. And a fly ball in the center field. Backing up Cedon. That's going to be plenty deep enough. Fortes coming on home, and he will score standing up to make it 1-0. So Walls does his job, a sac fly, and Fortes will score. 1-0 Tampa Bay. In front of Diaz.
That changeup. 1-1. Walls not swinging it, but that one he just left up, and Taylor did a nice job staying in the middle of the field, get the ball in the air. The 9-hole hitter doing good things to get a run in.
2 down. Yandy 0 for 1. He's flat out to center. #1 hitter in the American League, and he's reached base in 23 consecutive games. Diaz also 4th in on-base percentage, #5 in OPS, #6 in slugging. And a 1-1. He has 44 RBIs out of the leadoff spot. And that would easily lead the Red Sox at any position in the batting order. 2-1. And popped up. Durbin in foul ground, still coming. He's there to make the catch. But Tampa Bay on the board. They lead it 1-0 at the end of 3. First pitch on the way to Jarren Duran to begin the 4th inning. A strike. And he punched out to begin the game. The first 3 Red Sox did that. Rafaela and Abreu in the 1st inning, and then Contreras started it with a strikeout in the 2nd inning. And it's quickly 0-2. Mentioned Rasmussen in his career has had a couple of Tommy Johns. His first one actually was when he was a sophomore in high school. And he had another one in 2018. 0-2. And gets him. That was good morning, good afternoon, good night to punch out Duran. Now struck out 79 times.
There's a lot of swing and miss here. Out 13 times this month and only 31 at bats. And it just like panic, right? Because these balls aren't close. And we know Jarren, when he's swinging it well, when he was, it's swinging at strikes. And a lot of indecision right now with him.
Yeah, his June looking a lot different than a red hot May for him, and he hit the 9 home runs. Cedon 0 for 1 with a K. 1-0 Tampa Bay, 4th inning. 6 strikeouts for Rasmussen. His career high is 10.
You mentioned it with this guy. It's injuries. Right? Been 5 years now with the Rays. At 28 starts, 1 year, 31. He's been healthy this year, but injuries in the middle have kept him from racking up the innings, but the numbers are still impressive when healthy.
Yeah, he had that internal brace procedure. He missed almost all of 24, but came back very strong last year. Had a 2.76 ERA. He was healthy the whole year. Went 10-5. Made 31 starts, and he's good. He's really good. 2-1. And flick foul out of play.
Since 2021, he has a 2.82 ERA. That's second in all of baseball to Shohei Ohtani. There's been some limitations there with him too, innings wise, but it's nasty.
2-2 home. Abreu on deck. Sonny Gray will go on Friday in game #1 against Texas Rangers. Suarez on Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday night is Connolly early. 2-2. Fought that one off foul.
I don't think it's going to get any easier either when you get home. I don't know if the Rangers have announced it. If they keep it straight, Leiter, DeGrom, Evaldi. They could just welcome to the big leagues. It's just every single night you're facing an arm. You've got him too.
2-2. Struck him out. Nasty cutter. Another strikeout. 7 for Rasmussen.
Friday at 6. Don't miss Red Sox first pick, presented by Rodenheiser Home Services. Alana and Jim, they're going to preview the 3-game series against the Rangers. It's only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360.
Well, the right-hander Rasmussen struck out the side in the 1st inning. He's trying to do it again here in the 4th against the same 3 guys. Abreu fanned in the opening inning, so he's 0 for 1.
You know, Rasmussen, a lot like Peyton Tolle, who talk about he commands that fastball, 4-seamer, and sinker with a cutter. But you know, 97, that cutter we're seeing at 86, I mean 88, 89, 90. I just have a hard time calling that a fastball. Technically cut fastball by term, but
yeah.
If you throw 97 and you throw something at 90 that spins and moves to the left,
yeah,
that's a breaking ball.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. He's toying with the Red Sox here today. He's fanned 8 in the first 4 innings. Now, first pitch here in the bottom of the 4th inning will be wide on Slater, who struck out in the first. 1-0 Tampa Bay. Jake Bennett gave up a leadoff double last inning. That was to Fortes, who would be brought in to score. This one lifted down the right field line, and a play for Wilyer Abreu. Backing up to the track to make the play. And one down. Caminero will climb in next. Bennett got him on a nasty breaking ball, struck him out in the first inning.
Yeah, Bennett's been impressive. I mean, that leadoff double to Fortes, and the Rays do what they do. You know, one good swing, it's a sac bunt, it's a sac fly, and it's 1-0, right? Like, this is, they play baseball. They're very good at it. But he's been impressive.
Caminero last 21 games, hitting almost .340. Found the wall for a double in this series. It's going to be inside a ball. Valade on deck.
First cutter he has thrown. We've heard so much about this curveball. He's only thrown it once, and it was to get Junior out, and that's strike 3.
2-0. Jumps on that. Line shot to right. Abreu has to turn around and play it off the base of the wall. That's going to be a long single. He hit it so hard. All the way to the fence. But for a single, he reaches here in the 4th. It came off the bat at 112.4.
Yeah, you'll take it. Take it. Listen, he's not going to steal a bag. Just keep this man in the ballpark, and you're like, okay, let's get the next guy. Just pretend you're walking. So you get a ground ball here. He just hits the ball so hard, and obviously with Abreu out there with that arm, you're not going to test it.
Ryan Valade 0 for 1 with a chopper to short. Bennett will take that right here. Tampa Bay, when they score first, are 27-8. Conversely, when the Red Sox go down by 2 or 3 runs at any point in the game, they just don't win. Swinging a high drive down the left field line toward the corner. Durant, a long run to foul ground, made a nice effort, but could not come up with it. Well, he had a long way to go.
Off the end of the bat, ball kept hooking away from him. I don't think the people down the left are happy with Jaron not flipping the ball, but hang with him.
Count 1 ball, 1 strike. Caminero, not a speed threat, has not stolen a base. Weave and a miss, pulled the string nicely there at 83.
It's a good changeup. And we saw Bennett earlier in the year, and then he had a really good outing against Houston, right? 5 innings, 1 run. And it was that fastball changeup combination. You're like, hey, can we spin it? Do we have a spinner? Look at this little curveball.
Just missed there, and 2-2.
That 3-pitch combo works. He's pretty much getting through it here today with that as well. Not only 1 cutter, 1 curveball.
Two on Valade. Runner goes. And it swung on and fouled back. So they did have Caminero in motion. Gasper's had his issues with throws.
A little sneak attack. Caminero 0 for 2 in stolen base attempts, but with the lefty up there, a little slow leg kick. Try to sneak up on him and get a good jump.
1 down, 1 on, and a 2-2 home. And he got a piece of it. Now heading into play today, Tampa Bay and the Yankees tied atop the division. Yankees actually have 1 more win, but they also have 1 more loss. Toronto in 3rd, 8 back. And a pop-up. And a play for Monasterio or for Contreras, and Contreras wants it. And that'll be on number 2. in front of Jonathan Aranda. Baltimore is 10 games back in 4th place, and the Red Sox are 12.5 back at 27-38 in the basement. Aranda called out on strike 3 in the second, 0 for 1. He came into this series a very chilly hitter. Well, he did snap an 0 for 16 on Monday with an RBI single. And he is their #1 RBI man with 45.
Well, we got a couple guys that get on base an awful lot in front of him, in Yandy, Caminero.
And Caminero off the bag at first. Up the middle, base hit. Caminero into second base and stops there. Their second single of the inning. So 2 on with 2 out.
Got some quick hands. His fastball just really handsy swing here from Aranda. He's got some quick ones. You got to put yourself out of that jam. You mentioned it, right? It's just like the pressures that you feel as a starter for this ball club. You're down 1 run. When this team is down 2, they're 1-35. A lot of comebacks. So you just try to walk that fine line. A lot of stress.
1-35 went down by a couple runs.
2 runs, not 4.
Astonishing. It's astonishing for almost any club. I mean, it's amazing when it's the Boston Red Sox. You play half your games at Fenway Park. In particular, here comes the 0-1. Williamson is grounded out today, sitting 263, coming in without a home run, so not a lot of power there. This is the part of the order, you know, from this point on down that's really hurt the Red Sox in the series.
Yeah, it did, especially last night. If you go up to Valet, I know he's hitting that 4 spot, but Mullins, Williamson, Fortes, Palacios got you. End up being the game winner late.
0-2. He's going to lift that one to right center play for Cedon, and Rafaela will grab that. 2 men left. Inning 5 powered by Salem 5 Bank, and it is 1-0 Tampa Bay. Dave Lewis alongside. Last game of the series, Tampa Bay winning the first 2. So far, Drew Rasmussen has been flat dominating. He's fanned 8 already. That one sounded like it hit him, and it did. That gets Contreras. He gets hit by the pitch right on top of that plate. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
Well, this is Rasmussen through 4. He's got 8 strikeouts. Look at, not much in the middle of the plate. The fastball up has been the big swing and miss pitch, but also that cutter down and in. You can see where he wants it, right? Up in the zone and below it. It's been impressive. 8 strikeouts through 4.
Mickey Gasper 0 for 1, and diving back in safely, Contreras, who was hit by pitch for the 12th time this year.
Very efficient too. He got 8 strikeouts in 4 innings, only 44 pitches to do it. Not a lot of waste.
Mickey thought both of the fly balls he hit last night were gone. They were caught in deep right field.
Talking about putting in new bat orders. Doesn't like his wood. Big league wood.
It's a bad wood. Swinging a high fly ball right field. This one's going to hang up for Slater. A much easier play for him this time. And Contreras back to first, and down to Jemai we go.
Yeah, OB, Red Sox in search for answers offensively, and Mickey putting in a bat order immediately following the game, he says, after hitting those fly balls to right field. Says he was sure he had enough power on those. He was pretty frustrated with the wood that he got. So he's looking for some new ones, but he said he's seen those balls leave the ballpark before. Not being able to come through has been frustrating, not only for him, but for the group. He feels like this entire group has been knocking on the door offensively, just unable to get through. Says the work has not waned. We go into games with good game plans. Only thing we can do, all 26, he says, just look in the mirror. And if we do that, hopefully we'll be okay.
Masataka going the other way, but knocks that one foul. He is 0 for 1.
Kind of feel for the wood argument. You know, back in the day, Nomar, we both would swing a C271. He'd get his bats, and it was just hard. You know, I know you're stronger than me. I get mine. I felt like I was swinging a Boston Globe some nights. You know, like I hit a ball that would dent. And I'm like, what am I doing here? Well, how do I get your bad order?
Nomi didn't quite have the same experience.
He had a little more juice than I did. I get it, but still, much more pop.
Yoshida will serve that one. A little base hit into right. Contreras into second. So the Red Sox, for the first time, have a couple of base runners here. First and second with one down.
I just started stealing his bats. Just start using his.
A lot of hits in those bats.
So you listen. Why don't you order me some bats? Because like I said, they're sending me stuff that flake in the minute I use one in BP in the first round.
Order yours. I'll put my name on it.
Because it was all ash. We weren't doing maple, right? So you needed good bat.
Sure. Durbin a base hit first time up. Contreras at second. Yoshida on at first. 1-0 Tampa Bay. So is this the first crack today for Rasmussen, who's been blowing the Red Sox away until this frame? 1-1. Better swings out of Durbin. He sits safely in 9 of his last 11. That includes an 8-game hitting streak in there.
A little rally here, Roby. A couple guys on.
And a 1-1 pitch from the righty. Foul tipped. 1-2.
You mentioned him yesterday, right? He's 1 for 3, Durbin, but lined out to the left. Barreled another ball to the left field as well. A good swing his first time up.
2 on and a 1-2 pitch. Off the plate.
Cutter at 89 with that horizontal movement. I can't do it. I can't call it a fastball. It's a slider.
2-2. Durbin, the only Red Sox batter who has walked in this series. One time. Talk about a lot of things with the Red Sox offense that have failed them. The inability to accept ball 4 is a big one too. The 2-2 coming and popped up. Drifting into foul ground. Aranda. He is there to make the catch. Runners will stay put at first and second. 2 gone. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa will try and put the Red Sox on the scoreboard next. Isaiah reaching on a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning, then stole second, then got giddy and tried to steal 3rd, and he was thrown out by about 7 feet. It was in the 3rd inning. So 2 on but 2 out, and he'll take a strike. A hit batsman and a single. Red Sox have some action finally. Grounded foul, and he's in the hole 0-2.
Change up at 91. I mean, it's still effective. Most guys would like if you throw in 95, 96, that change up to be in that 87, 88 range, but 91, it's almost like a little BP bad contact sinker.
2-strike pitch. He'll miss. Once again today, Red Sox scrapping to score a first run in the 5th inning. Rasmussen trying to slam the door, and a 1-2 to Kiner-Falefa. Swinging a ground ball to 3rd, scooped up by Caminero. That ends that threat. 2 left. Tampa Bay 1, Red Sox nothing, and we have burned through half the ball game here. Bottom of the 5th. Nick Fortes, who has scored their run after a double in the 3rd inning. And then Mullins and then Walls. And again, it's really been 6, 7, 8, 9 that have burned the Red Sox in the series offensively more than the big guys in their lineup. Although Diaz did hit the first pitch he saw in the series out for a homer. Mullins on deck. manufactured that run after the double, a couple of sacrifices, a bunt, and then a fly to center field, and they were on the board. And Rasmussen continues to mow down the Red Sox, even though he was in a bit of a bind for the first time. Got the ground ball to get free of that. And a 3-0 pitch from Bennett. In for a strike. Nobody has taken ball 4 in this one. And the 3-1. He'll crank that to left center field toward the gap. That's going to split the outfielders onto the warning track. That's going to roll around a bit. He's heading into second, and he'll stop there. It's a second hard hit ball for Fortes and his second double today.
Well, we've seen this before, just replaying the 3rd inning, right? Lead off double, very similar ball, everything. Fell behind the hitters. We heard Jemai talking to Bailey about count leverage. Right, bottom 3rd of the order, 2-0, 3-1. You turn these guys into better hitters than they are. Did it with Mullins last night. Now you'd expect a very similar outcome. Mullins will bunt him over. And you leave it up to Walsh, try to get him in again.
Third baseman in Durbin, creeping in Contreras at first. Showing a bunt, pulls it away, ball 1. Tampa Bay 4 hits, Red Sox with 2.
Well, now you gotta let them bunt. You gotta take the outs if they want to give it to you. Try to avoid him bunting the baseball. You get to run into even more problems and more traffic on the base paths.
He flicks that bunt foul back to the screen. You know, back in his glory days with the Orioles, Cedric Mullins would not be bunting here. He was a home run hitter. Of course, he wouldn't be hitting 8th either.
Not the same hitter he was. You know, more of a roll guy in the bottom 3rd, and they do a good job of it down there.
They do. Runner at second. Pulls it away, and that's a strike. Decided not to go after that sinker.
Yeah, unlike the first at bat, where it's more of a sacrifice look and early kind of square around and put the bunt down. Everything here has been more of a bunt for hit late. Kind of showing that bunt, and because of it, he's not been able to get it down.
Swing it away, made contact. To the Walls on deck. Then the top of the order, Diaz.
See, to me, in this spot here, you want to show bunt for a hit. I love that early on, but after you get a strike, now we got to just square early and do your job.
And Bennett with a 1-2 home. He struck him out. A little 4-seam action to punch out Mullins. Couldn't get the bunt down there, so 1 away.
It's good to elevate again. Got to execute this right. It's got to be on top of the zone. Actually swings over it. But look at the location right there, up and away, wherever you want it. Good swing and miss there. That's a big out.
To Walls now. He drove the ball to center field deep enough, and this time he's going to drop this bunt down. Throw on to first base is not in time. Bennett just didn't get to that quick enough, so they're going to be safe at first and third. That'll be a base hit for the number 9 hitter.
Had a nice bunt by Walls. They just know what they're doing. It's actually a lot of fun to watch. Because this guy's a 200 hitter. You know, what am I going to do? I'm going to pop up. It's going to be a man on second. They're just going to walk Diaz to get to Slater. Instead, he puts a bunt down first and third, and you start thinking about pitching to Diaz, which may be a problem, especially with Slater on deck, but just going to create chaos.
Now here's Yandes, 0 for 2. Chopped to the middle. Backing up, and a mishandle by Connor Falefa. The run is in. Walls on his way to third. He'll stop there. Connor Falefa could not handle the chance, and it's 2-0 Tampa Bay.
Good job getting the ground ball. Monasterio, he wasn't even covering the bag. I don't know what we're turning to anyway there. He went for the ball as well. You got to go to that bag instead of going, both guys going for the ball. In case he is able to glove it.
Going to give Yandy a base hit.
It's not a hit.
And he also picks up an RBI there. to make it 2-0. So Bailey out for conversation with Austin Slater coming up next, and then you've got to deal with Caminero. 1 down in the inning.
Even IKF would know he'd make that play. That's not a hit.
Slater has fanned and flied out to right.
The turf, you know, he kind of got that second hop. Sometimes it does take off on you. But first and third, 1 out. You got someone go for the ball. Someone trying to turn 2, go to the back.
1 man away. He's going to bunt and pushes it foul.
Yeah. Kevin Cash right now is thinking he's in the College World Series, and why not? I mean, you know, got Slater in here. I got Mullins, Walsh, Williamson. We're playing the game, man. We're trying to go up 3 runs right now. Do it again. Keep doing it until you try. Get some speed at third base. Push this to first. I don't know how you defend it.
He's going to bunt it foul, and it's 0-2. So it won't be bunting here. Caminero on deck. 2-0 Tampa Bay.
Wilson was really crashing hard. I love that. He's kind of covering first and then just takes off the minute Bennett's leg kicks, and he could have made it interesting if he pushed it right to him.
Tampa Bay doing the little things. No surprise there. 2-strike pitch to Slater. Will not be made. Diaz back in. Inning began with a double, then a bunt single after 1 out. Diaz chopping one up the middle. Red Sox could not make the play. That was an RBI single. And now the 2-strike pitch to Slater. Tampa Bay 6 hits to the Red Sox 2.
Just like last night, not the big guys. Nick Fortes, 2 leadoff doubles. He's the one that's burned you.
He scored both of their runs so far. Bennett's 0-2. Barely made contact on that cut. And Tampa Bay gunning for a sweep here today. First and third. 0-2 to Austin Slater. Ground ball and kicked into the open space to the left side. Another run is in. Diaz heading into third. He'll pull up there and into second. Slater on a sharp comebacker. Winds up at second base. 3-0 Tampa Bay. That's a double and an RBI. And it barely escaped the infield.
And not much you can do here. You know, this ball hit up the middle. Someone going to be able to get it. Looks like Mona had a break on it, but it's off that leg into no man's land. And now you're in a spot here. I don't even think this is a difficult discussion here. You're going to put this man on.
And Caminero will be intentionally walked to load up the bases. Then you got to pitch the guy's really been their biggest threat in the series, Ryan Valade, with a man at every base. Watson quickly up in the bullpen. So that's 4 hits in the inning for Tampa Bay. That includes an infield hit and a bunt, and then an infield, basically an infield double.
Well, this line's going to look a little bit different here. I thought Bennett's throwing the ball real well. Couldn't get Fortes out. But this inning here is just, you got Tampa Bay'd.
Valade will look at a breaking ball in there for a strike. He's grounded out and popped up 0 for 2. Only 1 away. Diaz at third, Slater at second, Caminero on at first. And it could go seriously off the rails here. Fastball missing. 1-1. And the tall lefty. From the stretch, here's the 1-1 to Valade. Big swing and a foul straight back.
I think the biggest question for me watching Bennett is, you know, just like we saw with a guy like Austin Slater, what's the pitch you put away a guy? Is it the fastball up? Is it that changeup located? I'd like to see more of this breaking ball. We've only seen a couple. Thought he'd throw a lot more today.
1-2. Delayed 4 for 8 in the series. Sits safely in 6 straight, batting .429. And no place to put him, and a 2-2 from the lefty. Fouled away. And he comes set again. They lead all the way around to 2-2. Swinging a high pop-up into right field. Abreu creeping in on that. Diaz at third. He's going to try and score. Here's the throw home. It skips a couple of times. He's going to be safe. Diaz diving in, and he scores the 4th run. That looked like one that Abreu had lined up, but it died on the turf, and it's 4-zip. And Valade with his 23rd RBI has hurt the Red Sox throughout the series.
I don't think he catch this ball a little flat-footed. You know, he's coming in on it, but there isn't a kind of build-up to catch this ball. See how he's just flat-footed standing there, so he catches it and then tries to create some momentum. We've seen him in the past too, kind of be a couple steps behind this ball, and as he's coming in, catching and throwing, this just got a little flat-footed. Maybe didn't think Diaz was going to try him.
4-0. Runners holding at first and second, and Aranda the batter. 2 down. Aranda with a base hit last time. Well, there's so many disheartening offensive numbers for the Red Sox and team numbers for the Red Sox. Comebacker here. That'll get to second base, and a play made by Connor Falefa. But the Red Sox are 0-27 when trailing by 3 runs at any point in the game. Top 6, 4-0 Tampa Bay. And Monasterio will lead it off against Drew Rasmussen, who's been very impressive. You see, has fanned 8 and allowed only 2 hits. Monasterio, Duran, Rafaela due up against him here in the 6th.
Well, Jake Bennett took some handshakes in that dugout. Looks like that's going to be it for him. You check out the arsenal presented by New England area Audi dealers. That 4-seam fastball changeup. Heard a lot about this curveball. I actually think the curveball sweeper's the same pitch, not registered, maybe 6 of them. Overall, I think a pretty good outing. I think the line's going to really dictate how he threw.
Fly ball into left center, and Mullins will cover the ground for out number 1. First down the 6th.
Just couldn't get Fortes out and just open the door for a lot, especially that last inning. He's going to get a few more opportunities.
Now you come into this place and you figure, well, if you can keep Diaz and Caminero from really hurting you, and you pitch well, you play defense, do the little thing, you got a chance to beat him.
Yeah. Solo shot from Diaz, and that's really about it. So it's been the others that have really hurt you in this series.
Jarren Duran, meanwhile, up 2 times. He struck out both times against Rasmussen. This would be his 65th pitch, and driven foul down the left field line. 1-1. So the Red Sox in a sizable hole. As we mentioned, the Red Sox have not won a game all year when trailing by 3 runs or more at any point in the contest. So far 2 hits today. Foul tipped into the mid. 1-2. Set on Rafaela on deck. 1-2, and left it low. Rays have been a really good home team, though. They're 23-9. That's the best home record in baseball. It hit a bit of a skid right before the Red Sox came to town. A little chopper foul. That was more on the road.
Top of the order here, trying to make contact. So we know 1, 2, 3. They're 0 for 6 with 6 strikeouts. The first time in Red Sox history. The 1, 2, 3 have struck out each in the first 2 times up.
He's going to fan again for the 3rd time today. So 2 down in the 6th.
It's 3 for Jaron. Just not seeing the ball this time. Fastball up, swing underneath of it, but first time in history of the organization, your first 3 hitters have struck out each their first 2 times up.
A 1, 2, 3 today has struck out every time. 0 for 7. Cedon in the 1st and again in the 4th.
I mean, I feel for the guys. It's not a lack of effort. I see everybody out here hitting. I see everybody talking, trying to communicate, trying to figure some things out. And it has just been a grind. It's been some moments where you string some hits together at times, but you came out of this road trip. You beat the Yankees in game 1. You felt pretty good. Then the rain out, and ever since it's been no offense whatsoever. And you can really say that from the very beginning.
And you're right. I mean, there are moments, there are particular games where you're like, okay, there've been some nice signs there. This part of the order hit the ball well. Good defense here. Great job by the starter. Just so few of those. And the offense has been the constant. The lack of offense. That has been the story since opening day.
They just built an offense that was just league average. You would be okay given where you are defensively, given what you get from your rotation.
I think you're right. Way below that on the offensive side. Showing up again today. Next strikeout for Rasmussen will tie his career high. It's only the 6th inning. Should he get Cedon here for the 3rd time today? Check swing. They do appeal, no swing. And a full count. Rasmussen hasn't walked anybody. Did hit a batter. He got Contreras in the 5th.
3-ball counts. First one of the game.
And punches in there for strike 3. He strikes out 2 more, give him 10. 3rd time for Cedon today. Nothing. Tampa Bay to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Ford employee pricing call to the bullpen. So Bennett's day is over. Ryan Watson will take over now. And the right-hander got his first career save on Thursday against Baltimore. He went 3 innings. The official scorer, should he or she choose, can award a save with 3 effective innings, and he got one. Williamson to lead things off here. 4 runs, 7 hits for Tampa Bay. Nothing across on 2 hits for Boston.
Ryan's probably going to be asked to give you a few innings. Here in the 6th, he's gone 2+ innings in 9 of his 22 games. Gone 3+ in 4 of them.
Williamson's tapped to first. He's flied to center. 0 for 2. A 1-1 top foul back out of play. The Sox heading home to take on the Texas Rangers, who have been playing good baseball. They've won 7 out of 10. They are within 2 games of 500. They're 3 games off the pace set by Seattle in the AL West. And they can pitch. And we will start that on Friday with Sox in the Box, with Lou Merlone and Will Middlebrooks and Jonathan Papelbon. And a check swing. He did not go.
Got any advice for me?
Everything that Pap says, just agree with it.
Yeah, I was just looking at advice for Pap, like dealing with Pap. That's kind of.
I mean, that's going to be the fun part. A little ground ball to first. Contreras will move on over to tap the bag for the out. You know, you'll have some reading to do in a play-by-play chair. You'll have, billboards, and you'll have some promos, some stuff like that. That'll be upgraded out of your current slot a little bit. Nothing you can't handle. With all the years doing talk radio and all the years you've been analyzing baseball, it's going to be a breeze for you. You don't need advice from anybody. You're going to be great.
I was kind of thinking we'd have Pap do all the reads.
I would. Now, I'm going to make sure. I wasn't sure if I could tune in with my son's wedding. I'm definitely going to be there.
This guy.
Line drive into left field. That'll drop down for a base hit. Nick Fortes, who is 3 for 3 today. He scored the first 2 times he doubled.
I mean, the minute the ball's out of the hand, he just wants to hit right now.
Oh.
I mean, he hasn't really been swinging it. He's hit 192. He's only 5 for his last 26. He's coming out here today. You just listen. The minute you let it go, I want to swing. I'm hot.
So Santa Mullins, who has sack bunt and a strikeout today. It's 8 hits now for Tampa Bay. No bunt attempt here as he takes a ball. Ted Walls, the number 9 hitter on deck. Third baseman Durbin is in against a potential bunt. He'll look at a strike, and it's 1-1. This could be a challenge. Mullins tapping the helmet. And he was correct.
Calls overturned. Tampa Bay has 2 challenges remaining.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. You can track ABS challenges remaining on the left side of our scorebook. And Fortes with the lead at first, and 1 man gone for the Rays. And Watson's 2-1.
Ryan's fastball at 4-seamer at 94, 95. He does have, again, like a lot of Red Sox guys, elite extension. That curveball sweeper's been getting a ton of swing and miss from him. The fastball and cutter that's been getting hit around a little bit, especially that cutter, which he leads with the 4-seamer.
2-2 coming. He'll lift this one behind third. Durbin into the outfield, and now a step or 2 into foul territory to make the catch. They'll rule that a fair ball. And 2 down. Well, the World Cup about to get started. USA and Paraguay tomorrow night at 9 in Los Angeles.
We're going to be out in Seattle, right? Was it USA when they play Australia? I think on Friday. Did we play after the game? I think it's like during the day.
Yeah, I'd love to find a way to get in there. Oof. Check out that match on the West Coast. A chopper foul off the bat of Walls.
It's going to ruin my Seattle routine. I usually kind of like scooting to the ballpark. You know, it's one of those spots where the walk may be a little bit too long for somebody at my age.
So you do the scooter?
I like the scooter. A little bit too close for an Uber. It's a beautiful little ride down by the water.
Scoot Merlone.
But I tell you, if the World Cup's going on in the middle, like as I'm trying to get to the field.
Kidding me?
I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to pull it off.
And soccer is incredibly popular anyway in Seattle,
yeah,
as we know, because sometimes the MLS matches are letting out when the Mariners are starting to play the Sox. And man, it's bedlam. 1-1. He checked.
I'll follow the World Cup.
Sure you will.
Yeah. Well, like, you know, it's kind of like a sport I'll follow. But the World Cup is pretty cool.
Particularly if we surprise a little bit,
yeah.
USA. If we can get people excited about a result or two, and diving back in safely as Fortes. Going to have to show up. The last couple of World Cups when USA has done some exciting things, it's been really, really fun. 2 down, and that'll drop in there for a strike. 4 runs, 8 hits for Tampa Bay. No runs, 2 hits for the Red Sox. Neither side has made an error. And the Rays with a sweep in mind here at the Trop as Watson deals 2-2. Bounced it and knocked down by Gasper. Tampa Bay with a win today would go to 40-25. I don't know if anybody really saw that coming this year. After missing a postseason last year, runner breaks from first base but fouled back by Walls. You always know they're going to be a tough out, but they're in first place. They've survived a bit of a lag in performance, and they're deadlocked with the Yankees atop the division.
Not too many people had them competing for the division this year. We knew the pitching would be there. We knew they had Diaz and Caminero, but
3-2 runner going and torched into right field for a base hit. Walls with another single, dropping into third. That'll be Cortez, and they're on the corners. Here come the Rays again. Catch a condensed 2-hour version of this Red Sox game at midnight on Sox and 2 only on NESN and streaming on NESN 360 presented by Bigelow Tea. You also have that man Cash in the dugout, who remains one of the best managers, if not the best manager in the American League.
And don't get me wrong, Caminero and Yandy having great years. They always do, but they're in first place. They're pitching, and the rest of this order knows their roles, and they play baseball the right way. Taylor Walls, 203 hitter, 2 for 2 here with a sac fly. Got a run in when he needed it. Putting bunts down, moving runners.
They really know who they are and how to execute their brand of baseball. 2 down. Diaz is 1 for 3. And give him another base hit. That'll chase in a run. Cortez will score. Second hit for Yandy, his 46th RBI on the year, and it is 5-0 Tampa Bay. And 3 more hits here in the 6th.
There's that curveball we were talking about, but Yandy's just a really good hitter. Kind of stays on this thing, hits it hard through the infield. You know, Tampa's known for like the analytical style. They've turned the clock back a little bit. I mean, too many analysts out there would tell you to bunt as often as they do and give away outs, but they do. They got a pitching staff that likes to throw in with the fastball, change-ups away. That's old school. They pound the strike zone. I mean, they steal bags. Every year there's like a team that comes out that wins and maybe it's not supposed to. A couple years ago it was Baltimore, it was Milwaukee, and now it was this team. And every once in a while you just find a team that knows how to play baseball and plays it better than everybody else. And that's what they are right now.
Walls at second, Diaz at first. His second RBI today. And now Slater. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI double. Runner at second. Walls taken off, and there'll be no throw on the strike. He is safely into third. There's another thing they do exceptionally well. They will steal you blind. And they don't stop.
Well, you think about it, it's called putting pressure, right? Watson's up there first and second, trying to get through some innings. He's really focused on what's going around him. The meeting on the mound. I mean, I got to get strike 1. Balls knows he's not focusing on him. He got his 3 steps and took off easy.
2 down, 1 strike on Slater. 0-2. They lead at first and third. Red Sox starting another lefty today. It was for the 47th time this year. It's the most in the majors. The lefty starters for the Red Sox, with the exclusion of the openers, do have a 3.63 ERA. And that's going to be knocked away. Runner at first. Diaz will move on into second, with Walls holding at third on a wild pitch.
throw a breaker ball down. Nick looked like he wanted to pick it, and then the last minute wanted to get in front of it. It was just enough to get Diaz in scoring position.
And a 2-2 with runners at second and third. Grounded towards short. Kiner Falefa off balance throw and got him on the stretch by Contreras to retire the side. But Tampa Bay grabs another run. They lead at 5-0. Well, on to the seventh inning. Red Sox are trailing 5-0. Wilyer Abreu will lead things off. The top of the order for the Red Sox, 1, 2, and 3, has struck out in every at bat today. That's 0 for 8, 8 Ks. And in there for a strike on Abreu, fan in the first inning, and again the fourth. Meanwhile, Red Sox have been out hit 10-2. Rasmussen has struck out 10 today. He's gone to 2-1 on Wilyer.
Coming off that 7th inning scoreless 1 hit against Miami, where he struck out 9. He's doing it all over again here.
2-1 fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This back-to-back outings. 2 hits, 10 strikeouts. 1 hit, 9 strikeouts.
His career high's 11. And the 2-2 swinging a foul back. $11 would be a new career high for him.
He's already had a season high of 10.
Rasmussen to Abreu with a 2-2. Got a piece to hang in. He's just been dominating. Durbin had a base hit in the 3rd. Yoshida had a base hit in the 5th. That's been it. And a 2-2 from Rasmussen on the way to Abreu. Did he go? He did. That's going to be strike 3. He fans for the 3rd time in the game. This is the first time that any team since 1901 has seen its first 3 hitters strike out in each of their first 3 at bats.
1901?
Since 1901.
No team?
Nobody.
There's just too many historical numbers to throw around.
I don't know where you put that in the incredible catalog of negative numbers for the Red Sox offense, but it's somewhere near the top, I think, happening today. Contreras has struck out. He's been hit by a pitch. He'll pop that foul and back out of play. Jarren Duran has struck out 3 times as the leadoff man. Cedon 3 times as the number 2 hitter, and Wilyer Abreu all 3 times as the number 3 hitter. And Contreras as the 4th hitter has also struck out 1 time. Hit by pitches last time. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He won't chase.
I mean, it's got to just be hard. You know, you show up every single day. You're game planning. You're working before the game. You're watching video. You're doing everything you possibly can. And really, it's been right from the jump. I mean, it's 65 games in, and every once in a while you come out and you put up some runs and you feel good and you think, here we go, time to take off. And it's almost every time you try to get momentum, whether it's starting pitcher the next day or you don't score runs.
Man, I hear you. It's been very tough to take. Just the other day, you know, you grab the first win. It's against the Yankees. It's on a Friday night. Red Sox play a really good baseball game. All phases of the game. Got enough runs. Got 5 runs. You're like, okay. Going into Saturday, you like the way the pitching matchup may work out. And you wind up getting rained out. And then Sunday, you're knocked out of the ball game.
Yeah, you run into Schlittler, but even like Baltimore, you know, you finally win a ball game 8-1. Your offense wakes up, you come down, and before you can even grab a bat, you're down 6-0. It's just
Another strikeout. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 12 in the book for Rasmussen. So he has already blown right by his career high today against Contreras for the second time.
There's that changeup at 90. He's got 2 strikeouts. He just got hit by a pitch in the 5th.
Rasmussen in the 1 through 4 part of the lineup, presumably your best part of the lineup, has struck out 11 hitters today into the 7th inning.
A hit by pitch.
And a hit by pitch. So no one's touched him in that top part of the order. Gasper has popped up and he's also flied out. Cole Sulser starting to throw in their bullpen. Anybody other than Rasmussen would be some relief, but 5-0 Tampa Bay. He falls by at 3-0. He hasn't walked anybody. Gasper at the very least has made contact against him 2 times. A 3-0 pitch, and he's going to reach on ball 4. Yoshida next now. A word from Hyundai.
A car that sees what you can't, how it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Massa has lined to right and single. 2 down and a base runner. Yoshida with 1 home run will pop this one foul out of play. Again, a Red Sox defeat would push them to 12 games below 500 for the first time since the season ended, the shortened season in 2020. That season defined as probably the worst pitching staff the Red Sox ever had, certainly in the photo. This season's been about offense. Gasper on at first with 2 out. 96 pitches on that one into the dirt by Rasmussen.
You think about the Rays too. They could go to 24-9 in this building. They've had 4 series against the AL East in this building. All sweeps. They hold on to this one. They go 12-0 versus the AL East in this building. When you take care of the AL East and you win at home, I mean, they're 500 in the road, 16-16. This is the definition of what you're looking for when the season starts. Go 500, dominate at home, win your division, and you're good.
1-2 pitch. Cut on and missed. Another strikeout. Probably ending his day right there, but he strikes out 3 more in the inning. 5-0 Tampa Bay. Well, Rasmussen departs after 13 strikeouts, a career high. He was overwhelming the Red Sox offense today over 7 innings.
No, it's pure dominance. 13 strikeouts, career high, 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs.
And 5-0 Tampa Bay to the bottom of the 7th. And Caminero will lead things off here. He has struck out, singled, and been intentionally walked on the day. So he has not been the big problem. In fact, throughout the series he hasn't been. It's been other guys at the bottom of the order like Fortes and guys like Belade and Taylor Walls, and just the way they've played the game. Meanwhile, the Red Sox offense has been absolutely inept. Durbin will fire a little bit high, but Contreras takes a tumble, but he held on to the bag, got the out. Caminero gone, 1 away.
Gets up there a little bit high. Nice job by Wilson to get up there, get it, and get that foot back on that bag. A little tumble.
And brings up Belade, who has a sack and an RBI today. Watson came on in relief of Jake Bennett. Pitched better than the line would indicate, as he gave up 4 runs, all earned over 5, and 7 hits. With some infield hits. And Rays baseball did him in. That's in for a strike.
Yeah, they put 3 on him in that 5th. Bunt hit by Walls, got to the top of the order. Ground ball got through. They'll give it a hit. And then a comebacker off his leg, went for a double. It's just
0-2, drifts away.
He'll be back in there in 5 days. He's going to get a few outings here.
Bennett in what was Bayo's spot. And a 1-2 pitch to Vilade. Punch foul on a play. Red Sox with a loss here today would also fall to 13.5 behind Tampa Bay. And would be 17-22 under Tracy. That skips off the hill. A play from Monasterio. And 2 down. Toss it down to Jemai.
Dave, I wanted to correct something. Jake Bennett did arrive here last night. He went 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, a walk, 4 strikeouts on 73 pitches. And last night, Chad Tracy said that he thought Peyton Toley's line wasn't reflective of how he thought he actually pitched. He might feel the same way about Bennett today. Tampa baseball happened to him really in that 5th, as you said, Lou. He's in that Bayo segment of the rotation now, so he'll likely get a lot of run here and another crack at just starting at the big league level with these Red Sox.
No, he sure will. Aranda will pop that one up into left, and Watson pins down a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. How to be a part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering trusted care, everyday essentials, and support that goes beyond the prescription. You can learn more at CBS.com. 8th inning, new pitcher for Tampa Bay. The last guy was almost unhittable. Drew Rasmussen with 13 strikeouts, a new career high. This is Cole Sulser out of the pen.
22nd appearance, 23rd actually, 1 start. That whip at 1.5. Fastball, changeup, cutter, sweeper.
Caleb Durbin, a base hit and a pop up, 1 for 2 on the day. Only 2 Red Sox hits all afternoon. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa to follow, and then Andrew Monasterio in the 9th spot. Kiner-Falefa playing short today. Marcelo Meyer out of the lineup. That one stung high and deep down the left field line. That ball's crushed, and that is gone. Home run for Durbin. He smoked it. That is his 2nd home run of the year, his 1st on a pitcher. And that Red Sox home run presented by your New England area Audi dealers. He puts the Red Sox on the scoreboard. There's 2 of the hits today.
This ball was turned on from Caleb Durbin. 107.7 off the bat. He hit it 415. The batting practices have looked different. He's obviously been a little different hitter here recently. He just unloaded on this thing. 2nd of the year.
First one was against a position player in that route in Baltimore. This had to feel good.
Yeah, this little sinker up and in. He's staying inside of that baseball, shooting a lot of things to right field, but sometimes you time it up, get the hands through a little quicker, and he hits this a long way.
He knew it too. It was a no-doubter.
Right up and in. That ball earlier in the year kind of topped, right? Ground balls to third, ground balls to short. Stayed through that one.
Kiner-Falefa knocks that one foul. He's gone 0 for 2. Well, everything else we've talked about today and all through the series, Durbin's playing his best baseball right now. Offensively and defensively.
Well, defensively, you got to give him credit. He's been playing like that all year long. Even when he was really struggling earlier in the year with the ground balls, he's continued to Play good defense. I'll give you a little offense here in the last 3 weeks or so.
Second hit today. That one belted 415. And 3-2 on Kiner Falefa. 5-1 game in the 8th. Will be popped into foul ground. Aranda giving it a long look. It's up into the netting. The attendance today, the best crowd of the series, 16,504 at the Trop. Red Sox back here for the first time since 2024. After the Hurricane Milton did so much damage. 3-2. Roped but foul. I don't know, the way he's been swinging the bat, would you give thought to moving Durbin up? Red Sox have got nothing out of the top of the order today, as we mentioned. Jarren Duran, Cedar Rafaela, Wilyer Abreu have struck out every time today. First time any team since 1901 has seen its first 3 hitters strike out in each of their first 3 at bats. First time since 1901. But that's when they were tracking stuff like that. That's modern era baseball. It actually could have happened even further back than that.
We'll grab the hottest item of the summer with the Red Sox hot dog bag. You can purchase through this special offer and score a custom Red Sox themed hot dog bag during this weekend series against the Rangers. You can buy it now at redsox.com/hotdogbag.
Snyder made the slow walk out to the pitcher's mound here after ball 4 on Kiner Falefa. That'll bring up Monasterio, who has struck out and flied out today.
The reality with the order is getting reactionary on some guys. It's just what maximizes our lineup. Where are we best? And I know today you're 0 for 11 with 11 strikeouts, 1 through 4, but you know, Duran's got to get going. You know, 4 for his last 32. He's got 14 strikeouts, but when he gets going, your offense goes. Rafael has had a really nice year. Not here today, lately. Maybe the answer is those top 3 guys, your outfield. Maybe give them a day off. Been grinding and playing every day.
Yes. In Abreu's case, literally. Maybe that's showing up in a big way. The guy today is a very tough pitcher, Rasmussen. You got to tip your cap. Maybe not that many strikeouts. He had a career day. But he's a very tough customer. We knew that coming in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's a fair debate, though, because you're like, yeah, you don't want to get too reactionary. On the other hand, look at where you are. And does something need to be done of a dramatic nature? In other words, try anything, as opposed to watching the offense just struggle and struggle and struggle. I get that. Count goes to 3-2 on Monasterio. You're almost willing to try anything. At this point.
I understand that too. Why not?
A day like today, it's really profound. Swing and a miss. Monasterio chasing that pitch downstairs. He fans. Red Sox strike out again. And Cash is coming out to make a change. So he'll bring on Matz to take on Duran. He's just trying to make contact. Heck, everybody is today. We'll take the break. 5-1. Tampa Bay in command here in the 8th. The official hospital of the Red Sox is Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, and they're advancing medicine with breakthroughs in research, nationally ranked specialty care, and innovative treatments. You can learn more at bidmc.org. And here's the left-hander. Matt's coming out of their bullpen. He's been a starter. They've since moved him to the bullpen. That was pretty recent. And he'll come on with 1 down to take on Jarren Duran, who has struck out 3 times today, 0 for 3.
Yeah, they moved him out. That fastball slider Throw that change up to lefties as well, but didn't throw the ball well in the rotation.
A line drive and a base hit. That'll drop down, heading into second, and on his way to third is Kiner Falefa. He'll stop there. Red Sox have their 4th hit today. Karen Duran with a single. He is 1 for 4.
I feel a little bit better. You're 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts and bring in a lefty. Used to get a knock. Gonna feel great, but still, you get that hit. That helps. Same thing here with Cedon.
He struck out in the 1st, the 4th, and the 6th today. He's trying to join a little bit of life of the party in this inning finally, and that's in there for a strike. Home run by Durbin. Kiner Falefa took a walk, and now Duran with a base hit. Cedon began the day 281, 5 home runs. Big swing and a pop out of play.
Now this is day 2 when if you got this game late, right? You're thinking of a guy like Kelly and Baker who've gone back to back. They're 2 big setup guys, and their closer maybe even unavailable in this ball game. Trying to inch your way back into it.
Just tapped it foul. Base hit here would bring in another run. Weissert along with Slayton in the bullpen. And 2 strikes on Rafaela. Wilyer Abreu on deck. And the left-hander's 0-2 pitch. Off the fists, a little pop up around to give and chase, but you can't get to it. And the 0-2 again to Rafaela. Swinging a high drive into left field, backing up Belade. He's turning around, and that ball's gone. That's a 3-run homer. Cedon Rafaela torches one. Red Sox with his 2nd blast of the inning. And they get back into the game here late. That makes it 5-4. Cedon with his 6th of the year. And the Red Sox with a late charge here at the Trop.
We're talking about this team, the inability to make comebacks, right? When you're down late in games, and why? Well, because you need the home run ball. Well, here in the 8th inning, you got Caleb Durbin leading off with a homer. And then Cedon Rafaela connects for his 6th of the year. 3-run shot. Get right back into this game.
Oh, the 3-run homer. Abreu will take one in there for a strike.
Well, they did this last night in the 8th, too. It was a quiet, dead game, kind of 4-1. Next thing you know, 3 consecutive hits made it a 4-3 ball game. You trail by 1, and you're right there again here in the 8th.
0-1 ground ball right to Williamson at second, and 2 down. Back to the home run cut.
And this is a little cutter looked like in when Cedon gets that barrel out. And listen, he's had a great year, right? Using the whole field, and this time getting a little breaking ball, but staying through it and hitting that 6th of the year. It's going to do it for Mats.
And Casey Legumina will be brought in. And suddenly a little bit of panic here for Tampa Bay. 1-run game, 5-4 the Rays in the 8th.
Support the Red Sox Foundation by donating your vehicle. You can learn more how to donate at redsoxfoundation.org/vehicle donation.
Well, the Red Sox showing some life with the home run ball in the 8th inning with 2 of them here. 3-run shot by Cedon. Legumina out of the bullpen gets a foul ball off the bat of Wilson Contreras. 2 down. It's now 5-4 Tampa Bay.
Legumina, we mentioned before, right? Guys like Kelly, guys like Baker may be down here after going back to back. They're going to go to Legumina here, 22nd appearance.
Weak ground ball at short, and Walls will sling it over there. That'll retire the side. The Red Sox are back in the game with a 4-run eighth. It's a 1-run contest.
Game changed in the 5th inning. Talking about Bennett, he threw the ball pretty well, but this inning here, fortunately, put 3 up on him, but the ball wasn't hit hard except for that one double by Fortes.
Slayton out of the bullpen. He delivers ball 1. So Justin to try and keep it right where it is. Red Sox giving themselves a life by getting 4 runs in the top of the inning. Williamson will take a strike. He is 0 for 3. And then Fortes, who has been a pain with 3 hits, and then Cedric Mullins. And a little pop up here at first base. Contreras. And coming over behind him to make the play is Monasterio. He'll make the catch.
That 5th inning I was talking about. Fortes led the whole thing off, right? He smoked the ball in double. Second of the game, but after that it was a Taylor Walls bunt. It was a ground ball up the middle. Diaz could have been caught, maybe even double play turned, and then Slater hit a ball off of Bennett's leg that went for a double as it ricocheted into the outfield. Just everything went wrong that inning. It's a big 3-run inning, especially where this game is now.
Fortes 3 for 3. 2 doubles, a single. He scored every time. They've got Garrett Clevenger throwing in their bullpen, the lefty. Red Sox pen is quiet as Slayton got the first man out. And Fortes will take a ball.
Monasterio maybe a little more vocal on that fly ball. Remember Yankee Stadium, a little miscommunication.
That's right. There was a drop there.
I think he was pretty quiet back in Yankee Stadium. That time pretty vocal, and Contreras getting out of the way there.
The 1-1. That's a strike. Mullins on deck. And when we go to the 9th, the Red Sox will have up Gasper, Yoshida, Durbin. Durbin just hit a home run in his last at bat. There's 2 hits today. Sox have been out hit 10-5, but a late charge and a 1-2. Bounced up there.
So they're going to go with Clevenger here to close this thing out. We're talking about Baker, their closer. Maybe unavailable. Bringing in that lefty.
And Baker's worked the first 2 of the series. 2-2 home. He checked the appeal and no swing. And 3-2 on Fortes. And a right-hander trying to put him away on a payoff pitch. And roped into left for a base hit. That guy has been something today. Fortes started the day, 250 with a home run. He's 4 for 4 today.
Can't get him out.
They're going to run for him. That'll be Simpson to run for him at first. Chandler Simpson, fastest guy in the yard.
Yeah, 14 stolen bases on the year. He's got thrown out 8 times, though.
That's surprising.
Yeah. Get him in motion, though.
Brings up Mullins, who's already dropped down a sacrifice. He has struck out and popped up today. And he'll take ball 1. Gasper keeping an eye on Simpson.
You want to keep an eye on him. But you saw Slayton, as soon as he delivered that pitch, glances over to first. That's where the running game can affect you. Now it's a 1-0 count. Worry too much about that, man. We end up walking him.
He's not running, and it's swung on and fouled away. 5 runs, 11 hits for Tampa Bay. 4 runs on 5 hits for the Sox, who have hit 2 late home runs to make a game of it here in game 3. 1-1. Runner goes. Swinging a high fly ball right field. Abreu backing up all the way to the wall. Turning around. It's gone. Cedric Mullins with a home run. A 2-run shot. Well, the bottom part of their order has murdered the Red Sox in this series. Mullins, the number 8 hitter. He makes it 7-4 with a 2-run bomb.
This fastball here is down. Mullins all game long, that's been putting bunts down, threatening to bunt for hits. This time just gets a fastball down in the zone. It's his 6th of the year.
There's Taylor Walls, who will lay off ball 1. The 7-8-9 has 7 hits today off Red Sox pitching. He shows a bunt but takes a strike.
Scored 5 runs.
Yeah, 7 through 9. They've really hurt the Sox throughout the series, that part of the order. Swinging a drive to center. Rafaela plenty of room though. They'll turn on it, make the catch. 2 down. Top of the order, and Yandy Diaz next. He has a couple of hits today. So the Red Sox now trailing by 3. Diaz with a single in the 5th that drove in a run. A single his last time up that drove in a run. So he makes a charge at another batting crown. Sitting 328. Number 1 in the American League. He'll take a strike. One makes him jump back out of the way. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Red Sox closed the gap to 1. Last thing in the world they needed was a 2-run homer. That's what Mullins delivers. One pitch to Yandy Diaz. He'll take it high. Tampa Bay closing in on a 3-game sweep here. And a bounding ball toward the hole that'll kick through for his 3rd hit of the game. Diaz now 3 for 5 today. And here comes Tracy.
Infield shifted over. Mona unable to kind of get to this ball, and it looks like that's going to do it for Slayton to get Weissert in this game.
So Weissert will be brought in. And Slayton gets knocked around, and Slater will be the hitter against Weissert when we come back.
Way Park, June 17th. You purchase through this special ticket offer and receive an exclusive Red Sox Educator themed hat. Get your tickets at redsox.com/educator.
Now Weissert trying to pin down the final out of this 8th inning. It is now 7-4 Tampa Bay. And it'll be Austin Slater with a runner at first base and 2 gone. 7-4 lead for the Rays. First pitch will be in there for a called strike over the edge.
Well, this is the guy you want right here with 2 outs. Him and there on deck. See those numbers, bases empty, man on first here, so there's a runner on.
Fouled off 0-2. Weisert's 2-strike pitch to Slater. And in there for strike 3. Caught him looking. Side retired. Damaging home run by Mullins. It is now 7-4 as we go to the 9th. Presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Stay down Rafaela. Down by 4. He gets 3 of them back here. This little breaking ball cutter in. 83. Gets it in the air. 6th of the year. Made this game interesting at 5-4, but 2 extra and a 2-run homer by Mullins gives new lefty Garrett Clevenger a 3-run cushion.
And Mickey Gasper's gone 0 for 2 today. Nate Eaton has a bat. He's on deck as he comes off the bench. He'll hit from Masataka Yoshida. A couple of defensive changes. New catcher Fiducia's behind the plate for Clevenger in the 9th inning. And in there for a strike. Simpson stays in the game to play left, and Valade moves from left to right for Kevin Cash on the doorstep of a sweep here today of the Sox. The 1-1 fouled away. Red Sox have struck out 14 times.
Clevenger does have 1 save in the year. Lefty's tough. Good sinker down and in on lefties at 96. And that little slider you're seeing here, he's got a little bigger sweeper. You can get some swing and miss on as well. Mainly the lefties, though.
Lefty with a 1-2 to Gasper. And a little chopper to first base. Picked by Aranda, 1 away. You wonder about Carlos Narvaez getting more playing time moving forward. Finding his way back into a more regular rotation. Snyder heading out there, the pitching coach, with a scout on Eaton, just promoted from the minor leagues.
At least he jogged.
He did. Usually it's a very, very lumbering stroll out to the pitcher's mound. And Nate back up with the big league club. Recalled on Monday from the Woo Sox, hit .283 in 48 games at Worcester, 5 home runs. In September of last year came up, hit .370, 22 games.
Did a good job last year. Hit righties and hit lefties rather. Gives you a bag off the bench. Play some outfield. Good arm. Good athlete.
1 man away in the Red Sox 9th. He fouls that one away. Red Sox homered 2 times in their half of the 8th inning to pull to within 1. Then Justin Slayton came on and he gave up a 2-run bomb to Cedric Mullins to make it a 3-run game. Meanwhile, the Red Sox have managed only 5 hits, including those 2 homers in the 8th. So another low hit game for the Boston offense. Clevenger with the 2-strike pitch on the way to Nate Eaton. They'll fly that one foul to stay alive. 1 down in the 9th. No 2 pitch from Clevenger. 1-2. Drew Rasmussen, the starter for Tampa Bay, struck out a career high 13 today over 7 innings. He struck out the first 4 to face him. Swinging a drive into center field. Mullins backing up a bit. And 2 down. Back to Caleb Durbin's home run swing in the 8th.
Oh, he got a sinker up from Sulcer. He hits this ball a long way. 415, 107, almost 108 off the bat. His second of the year, as you mentioned, first one off a pitcher, first one's off a position player. And for the first time this year, he's got the 200, got over that Mendoza line. Get a knock here, return hitting over 200. He's been swinging it well the last 3 weeks.
2 for 3 today. Tampa Bay trying to make him the last man to hit. They are 1 out away from a sweep. Tampa Bay has not lost a game against an AL East opponent here this year. Swinging a high deep drive into left field. Did he do it again? Simpson backs up. See you later. And another long home run by Caleb Durbin. His 3rd hit today, 2nd home run. That'll make it 7-5.
Wow. He just went down and scooped this slider down and in. Man, you go back to that home run by Cedric Mullins in that bottom of the 8th. This could have been a 1-run ball game. That could have meant a little bit more, but Caleb Durbin has been hot in his last 3 weeks or so, getting the ball in the air. Now 2 home runs. It's 3rd of the year.
First time he's ever had a multi-home run game in his career. Comes with 2 down in the 9th inning. Kiner Falefa stepping in.
It's that little slider down and in. He just gets underneath it, which he's doing a much better job, right? Getting underneath the ball, keeping the ball in the air.
It'll be inside and the count 2-0.
I mean, his batting practices have been different the last 3 weeks. You see him actually driving the baseball the other way, hitting the ball with some distance, pull side.
Yeah, these have been shots today. 2-0. And ball 3 and a tap of the helmet by the catcher.
Catcher's challenging the ball call.
You mentioned it too. You know, if you could have dialed these guys in a little bit more. I mean, because again, Kelly.
Call is confirmed. Tampa Bay has 1 challenge remaining.
No Kelly, no Baker. You've gotten to some of these relievers here that have come into this game, including this man here, Clevenger.
Well, Kiner Falefa gets on. You bring the tying run to the plate. And in there for a strike. Kiner Falefa's going to tap the helmet.
The batter is challenging the strike call.
Well, you got 2 challenges left. It's bottom of the 9th. You're going to go home with them. But that looked like a pretty good pitch, but you need base runners.
Call is confirmed. Boston has 1 challenge remaining.
So 3 and 1 on Kiner Falefa. Monasterio hoping to bat. 2 down. Fouled away and a full count. Red Sox with some late life with some home runs. 3 of them in the last 2 innings here. But now a full count on Isaiah Kiner Falefa. And Clevenger with a 3-2 pitch. Here comes. Pop foul out of play. They'll do it again. 16,504 on hand. Sox just dying to get Chapman into a game where it matters. He's barely pitched in recent weeks. A 3-2 pitch once again. And that is in there for strike 3. He is going to challenge it.
The batter is challenging the strike call.
And it is a ball and it is a walk. So it's overturned. So the Red Sox are still breathing.
Well, they're coming in. Got a shot.
They'll bring up Monasterio. So because of ABS, the Red Sox have a base runner and they have a pulse. Monasterio's gone 0 for 3 today. He has struck out 2 times and flied out to center. Does have 2 home runs this year. He represents the tying run in the 9th inning. Kiner Falefa taken off. They're going to let him take the bag on the strike, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, that's one of those where I don't want to take a pitch to let IKF steal that bag. That's a fastball down the middle. Mona just took it the whole way. You're still down 2. Get something you can drive.
0-1 from Clevenger. And in there for a strike 2.
Just put you in the hole.
Tampa Bay a strike away from a sweep here. Kiner Falefa leading at second. 7-5 the Rays in the 9th. And the 0-2 is high. Boozer and Englert now throwing in their bullpen down the right field line. 2 down, 9th inning. 1-2 pitch to Monasterio. That is going to miss. 2-2.
This may be his last hitter. Mona can get on. 22 pitches. Not used to that. Clevenger.
Jarren Duran on deck. Clevenger, 2-2 coming. Swing and a miss. That ends the ball game. Red Sox strike out for the 15th time. The Sox fall to 12 under 500. They go to 1-4 on the trip. That's how it ends. There was an embarrassing strikeout achievement today, and they get swept here at Tropicana Field.